Hey guys, this is Brad from thereviewchamp.com, and today I've got a special treat for you. Today I'll be taking you inside the member section of the ever famous Worldwide Brands. So, looking at the screen that we are right now, this is what is referred to inside the company as your dashboard. So, from your dashboard, you go under the search category. There's a little drop down menu for your convenience, and you can tell that Worldwide Brands offers a whole variety of products that you can choose from. So, looking at some of the products, they range from antiques, boats, books, coin and paper money, collectibles, crafts and supplies, home and garden, pet supplies, sporting goods, sports memorabilia, toys and hardware, which was actually a big hit. Toys and hardware was a big hit in the last few months of the e-commerce industry. All right, so I guess you get the point with that. So let's do an example here. Let's go to home and garden and let's type in benches. Wait a few minutes, let it search. Results should come up fairly shortly. Okay, let's see what it turned up for us. It turned up for drop shippers. We have 35 different companies that we can work with that will be willing to drop ship to us, no matter how big, no, even if we're a startup business. 35 different companies that will be able to and willing to drop ship benches. Light bulk, 34 different companies. There's no current importers in the Worldwide Brands directory that will import benches from out of the country, but liquidation auctions, there's 4 different companies that will do that. Now, look over to the right. This is basically the most important part of the market research tool, in my opinion, basically most important part. And it says this is a percent analysis, which roughly translates as your success rate, your chance of success with selling online. So this is 18%. And the reason why it's so low is because of how broad of term benches is. Benches is a very broad keyword, and this is why all the gurus stress that you should be selling in niche markets. And what a niche market is a market that's very closed within. Let me think of how to rephrase this. A niche market is something where not a lot of people are in. It's very secluded and focused on a certain product. So an example of a niche market would be steel park benches, and rather than just benches. I think you see what I'm saying here. So if we typed in steel park benches, our good chance of success would be probably going up a little bit in the analysis feature. So right here is the main component of this whole Worldwide Brands product right here, and this is your actual tabs for your market research. So analysis, let's click on that even though we just went over it. This is difficult analysis to sell just a broader keyword benches. Now once again, if you wrote something like steel park benches in there, be more of a niche market, and you'd most likely have a better chance of success doing that. Moving on, there's a demand tab. Now this shows you the number of searches for your keyword benches, not only the keyword that you typed in, but it shows you the number of searches for other leading keywords related to benches. So right here they suggest weight benches, work benches, outdoor benches, park benches. See, benches, because it's so broad of a term, has almost 4,000 searches. So now, I mean, if we go down to wooden benches, even though it's not that much more of a niche, not much more narrower per se, it still has 168 searches, which is definitely significantly less than 4,000. Moving on, we can go to the competition tab. This is actually a pretty cool tab, and this actually shows you how many people are selling products pertaining to your term in Yahoo, eBay, and as well as Google. So Yahoo, there's roughly 60,000 people selling benches or selling under the keyword benches, which is pretty much. Moving on, advertising. Now this is pretty cool. These are actually actual Google ads that are running presently today that I'm doing this. And this is basically your competition. This is like a sneak peek inside what your competition is doing. Now you could just go into Google and type this in yourself, type in benches yourself, and look at the Google ads to the right, but this just brings it into one place, which saves you a whole bunch of different time. Now, Furniture Leisure is selling benches, AOL Shopping is selling benches, Crate and Barrel is selling benches. I think you get the gist of what's going on with that tab. Now, auction pricing. Now, this is also a really cool feature. This is what benches with the keyword, the products with the keyword benches are selling on eBay. Now, reckon that, I mean, some of the price ranges are going to be pretty large here, but if you look closely, shower chairs with chair seat benches, stool bench, $40. I mean, you have to go through and look at it, but it's still a really cool feature. It saves you a lot of time if you're looking to sell on eBay or even drop ship on eBay. Now, this is actually a fairly new tab, retail pricing. It's pretty cool too. This is actually what the retail prices of all the benches are that are going right now. So this is an ISTA bench, whatever that is. An ISTA bench, which is apparently going for $80 right now. So if you would want to sell ISTA benches, you know what the retailers are actually selling them for presently. There we go. Let's go back to the dashboard here. Let's look at some of the recent searches that I've did. And I've looked for motorcycle parts. The percent analysis is actually 72%. Now, I mean, that's pretty up there, guys. Don't steal my idea, but 72% is pretty high and pretty high of a chance of success that if I were to sell motorcycle parts online, I would be profitable from it. I also looked into vending for a little bit. I also looked into surfboards for a little because I love going to the beach. I love skimboarding. So, and sports memorabilia as well was actually a pretty cool 67% success rate. Isn't that bad? The odds are in my favor. I like it. So, let's go into sports memorabilia. I'll wait while it goes here. And when I did sports memorabilia back in, I think it was 2008. Once again, the 67% analysis. And I had 4 drop shippers available to me, 4 like bulk wholesalers, I'm sorry. And let's look into some of these. Now, I would take you inside and actually show you the companies that are willing to do this with me, but I could possibly run into some trouble with Worldwide Brands, and I'm not really looking for trouble with them. So, sports memorabilia, display cases, sports memorabilia holiers, sports standards. There's a whole bunch of different things that I can sell. Now, if I want to go into sports memorabilia, let's further the search in that. There's actually a sports memorabilia and collectibles tab right here. Let's do display cases. Once again, there's a drop-down menu. There's baton display cases, ball display cases, countertop display cases. There's a whole bunch of different display cases that are available to me once I join the Worldwide Brands network, which is, let's do glove display cases. This is pretty narrow keyword, so let's see what it brings up. Let's see, one drop shipper. I mean, glove display cases is very narrow keyword, so actually, there we go. Let's see the analysis. The analysis is 24% of me having a success rate selling glove display cases online. Now, personally, I don't know what a glove display case is, so I'd have to look that up and everything else. The main part about it is there's some things on this directory that you may not even heard of. So it gives you ideas, stimulates the brain, stimulates your thoughts, and there's also a lot of free stuff actually, and there's a lot of video tutorials even if you're not a member. Let's go to some of those tutorials and I'll show you right now. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to have to split this video review in half because YouTube will not allow me to upload a video over 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is create a part 2 of this video review, and in there you'll get a further review of Worldwide Brands. You'll see some of the free stuff that they offer that you don't have to pay any money for up front. You can just go log onto their website like we'll do in part 2, and I'll take you through some of the free stuff. Not to mention I'll offer you a special discount that you can get at thereviewchamp.com. So stay tuned and see what's coming up.